Retail earnings will be full on next week, beginning Tuesday after the long holiday weekend. The sector's seeing gains of about 8% year to date, and that's pretty much in line with the broader market. Joining us to get ahead of the numbers on three players is Stacy Widlitz, president of SW Retail Advisors and a CNBC contributor. And joining us from the NYSE, Courtney is with us once again. Let's start with Wal-Mart, ladies, due out before the bell on Tuesday. Stacy, what are you expecting?
Well, as we saw last quarter, it was the first positive comp in years. So the big question is, what was driving this comp before was the ticket. We want to know, is traffic finally positive? Are Walmart's everyday low pricing efforts, reinvesting and passing on pricing, is that finally paying off and driving consumers back into the store?
Courtney, what are you going to be watching for?
I'm watching for that, and I'm also watching to see the products. I want to know if the products that Walmart reinstated that the consumers really wanted have been working, if those are the products that they are again buying. And I think we have to be careful and consider the Walmart consumer. Unemployment is lower, but it's still above 8%. It's still higher than what we would like to see. If that consumer feels strained, they may not make those purchases at Walmart, and watch the pressure from the dollar stores.
Stacy, on Macy's, what do you think?
Well, you know, it's interesting. We saw Nordstrom last night came out and they got punished a bit because they're reinvesting in the business and e-commerce. Macy's has done this. They're basically doing a multi-channel approach. They've invested in their sales force and it's paid off in comps. Last month, their comps were a little bit light, but the stock certainly didn't get punished for it because January is a very small month. So what we want to hear from them is that margins are still moving in the right direction. They've lapped the free shipping, and we want to hear really, you know, what February looks like.
You know, Courtney, they also have had a pretty loyal consumer, a loyal shopper. That must help them a little bit too.
Very much so, and I think that the My Macy's program and really catering their merchandise to the local consumer and that regional consumer taste really helps them, and they're doing it much better than some of their other competitors, either at the specialty or at the department store level. The online sales are very strong, as Stacey mentioned. That's going to be important for them going forward, and again, bringing that consumer in with the merchandise that they expect to be there. Those exclusive designers and private labels, also a big boost for Macy's.
Gap, Stacy, has been a limper for a long time.
That's the story that we love to hate every month, that we love to beat on. But the question is, you go into their stores now, and their product, dare I say, actually looks terrific. They've got bright colors. They've got color jeans. Tyler, we'll see if we can even get you in one of those. The men's, they have skinny red pants for men.
That's what I need, the skinny red pants.
Add that to your wardrobe. But I think, you know, the question is that spring product, it just hit the stores in the past few weeks, is that paying off? Are we finally seeing a hit here with the new design center? Is that finally coming to fruition?
Courtney, how long do you think they have to prove themselves to the street with this new line?
I mean, they've been under this transformation process for a really long time, and the new product might look good, but if you don't have the consumers coming into the stores, then nobody's going to buy it, and that's a problem. I know that Gap has struggled here in the U.S., and so they've gone outside the U.S., moved into this international market, but this past January, I should say, I mean, the international sales down 10%. That doesn't look very good if that's where they really think the growth is. So I'm still a little concerned. Maybe I'm a little bit more skeptical on the Gap than where Stacy is right now.
Oh, I think you probably have company out there
yes,
with that. You're not
company.
alone on that. Stacy, how long do you think that they have to prove it to the street before the stock gets punished again?
Well, you know, the stock's behaved very well. It's up 20% since, you know, the beginning of the year. So there's some expectations there. But, you know, I think you have to give them some time. The design center was created about a year ago. There's been a lot of turnover in management. So, you know, it's really another 9 months probably. And, you know, I would agree, you have to get the consumer back in the store. That's the challenge here. But the product is more exciting. It does have color, and that's something that they have not had in a long time. And yes, the international business has been struggling.
Give me a quick thought, Stacy, very quick on Uniqlo and how they're doing in the U.S.
Well, Uniqlo is, you would say, it looks sort of Gap-ish. So they're doing great colored cashmere sweaters, coats. Certainly they suffered a bit from the warm weather in the winter. Right. But the question is, you know, Gap is in this position where other people are gaining share from them, and Uniqlo is one of them.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I mean, Uniqlo reminds me of the old Benetton shops in New York or Gap back in the day.
Yes, yes.
Ladies, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Skinny red jeans for me. Yeah.
Perfect for you. Not for me. That's for sure.